What's up, guys? This is what I've learned from cold approaching about 100 women, probably more, in about 30 days, okay? And actually, this was from almost a year ago that I did that whole 100 women and 100 cold approaches in 30 days challenge. And the reason why is because I was in between work, and while I was out applying for jobs and stuff, I still had a ton of free time. And it just happened at the same time I wanted to really conquer this area of my life that yeah, just cold approach. It's one of those things like we've all seen someone in their day to day, whether you're walking on the street, you're at the store, or whatever, and you're like, man, I find that person attractive, or I really want to ask that person a question, or I want to talk to that person, whatever. And something that it's funny because as we're babies, they're like, speak, speak, they want us to talk. And then we're in elementary school, and now they're telling us to shut up and sit down and listen, don't talk. And be afraid of strangers and this and that. And like, it's easy for people to grow up shy. I grew up really shy. And yeah, it's something I really want to conquer in my life. I'm all about challenges. And this is just a one thing in my life that I wanted to conquer. Life's not all about hooking up. It's not all about women. However, it's just like money. Life's not all about money, but when we have no fucking money, then that's all you think about. Life's not all about hooking up and women, but when you're not getting some consistently, that's a big thing you're thinking about, right? So you got to conquer this area for life, guys. Anyways, so these are some things I've learned from cold approaching that much and a little amount of time. All right. So think of basically when you start cold approaching, it's like probably the best thing to get you in the flow state. And flow state is something that basically you feel like you're in the rhythm, right? It's like you're just on a groove, you're just concentrated, you're in the zone, you're just focused, right? And so when you're cold approaching, it gets you in that present moment very quickly because it's nerve wracking at first. It's especially even today, man. I've done quite a few, a couple hundred approaches at this point, and every one is still gets a little nerve wracking. You still get the adrenaline feeling. Man, listen, I have over 3,000 skydives. I've base jumped like 115 times. I know about adrenaline. I know about that feeling of being nervous and doing it anyways. This is the same thing, guys. No matter how many times you get skydive or do whatever, if you're not used to cold approaching women that you find attractive or very hot women, then this is something that's still gonna get you nervous every time, okay? It's okay. But it gets you in that flow state, okay? So the biggest thing about cold approaching is that 3 second rule. It's basically the more you kind of start thinking, like say you're somewhere and you see someone you find attractive, you want to talk to, you got to do that instantly, okay? It's kind of the more you start thinking about it, you start coming up with excuses in your head, you start coming up with reasons why you're not good enough, why you shouldn't do it. Oh, she looks busy. Oh, she got headphones on. Oh, she this and that. No, no, no. Start thinking with your pee-pee, guys. Start thinking of your dick, okay? Be more. Listen to that primal brain, okay? You see hot women, just like the caveman. You see hot women, you approach hot women, okay? You don't like think of it logically. You think of it of like a pure like, man, I want to stick my dick in that thing. Okay, I know, yeah, it's makes it less personal thinking of it like that, but that's what you gotta be, man. The more you start thinking of things of like, man, just like your horniness kicking in, like, dude. Of course, don't do stupid shit. Don't be overly aggressive. Don't, this is not something you just go up, and you gotta remember, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. You don't. This is all your own fucking fault if you go up and and say something really fucking overly top sexual and you get slapped or whatever, or don't do stupid shit like that. But think of your pee, okay? Think of like you see hot women, you want to have sex with her, you go fucking talk to her. You go talk to her now, okay? You don't think of anything logical. So the longer you fucking wait to talk to someone, the harder it's gonna be, okay? So just overcome it. Just do it as soon as possible. Don't even think. And every time, the first approach of the day, the first approach you ever do in your life will be the hardest, okay? So it's one of those things, guys. You just got to remember that, okay? I've done as many as like 10, 12 approaches one day. And the very next day, I went out and did some more. And dude, that first approach is always the hardest, man. It's always going to get you. But once you get out and just do that first approach, it's kind of like jumping in the pool. The pool, like, is cold. Like, it got some cold water in there. You jump in the ocean. But once you jump in, you just commit and jump off that board or off that ledge and you're underneath the water and you get that water in your head feeling and you're good after. You're like, oh wow, that water actually wasn't that cold this whole time. It was all in my fucking head. it feels amazing. That's how cold approaching is. It feels great. Once you jump in the water, it feels amazing, okay? And you're like, man, why did I overthink this? I should have jumped in, an hour ago. So remember, guys, that first approach. Warm up too. The biggest thing too, especially if you're new, guys, like warm up to approaching. Like if this is what I did when I was brand new too. I would before I would go and talk to like say like you a lot of people, guys, like we wake up, we go about our day-to-day lives, we're not talking to anyone, right? If anything, we talk to small, talk to the cashier, whatever. Start off like, how are you going to go up to someone you find extremely attractive without talking to anyone first? Call someone on the phone. Call your best friend. Call one of your parents. Call one of your siblings. Have a conversation with them on the phone. Warm up your social skills. You know. Also, just talk to someone random. Go talk to an old lady. Go talk to like someone random, and just be have like someone you're unattracted to, and just warm up. Get those juices glowing. Okay, and then once you start warming up, then you're good. Then you can start, go to the person you find attractive. Okay, once you already start talking a little bit. Um, let's see, and it's a numbers game too. Cold approaching is a numbers game, guys. I'm telling you, so many times where I went out cold approaching for like one girl to say no, and then maybe a couple girls in a row. Oh, I got a boyfriend. Oh, this. Oh, I'm not from here. Oh, like, no thanks. And then like the next girl, you're about to give up, right? And so many times where I'm about to give up, I'm like, man, maybe today's not my day or whatever. I should stop doing this stupid cold approach shit. I'm like, no, let me do one more today, and I'll quit for today. And that last girl, the one you talk to, she's the hottest one out of all of them, and she says yes. You get her number or whatever. Guys, it's so many times that's happened where like right before I about to give up, I luck out and meet someone really cool. Okay. And it's one of those things that anyone can do this, guys. Stop thinking in your head that you got to be a certain height, you got to be certain, wealth status, certain looks. Listen, guys, as long as you're like, you make girls laugh and you're funny and shit like that, you'll have success, guys. Not even like that. Like, you don't even have to like make her laugh, but like, this just comes across as confident. If you're able to go up to someone sober throughout the day and say, hey, I thought you were cute, like that speaks that you're confident. You're a confident guy. You're a guy like 99% of guys out there who can't fucking do this shit, guys. And then if you're someone who cold approaches, you realize quickly that this is not that fucking hard. And if you're new to cold approaching, especially, the easiest thing you can do to start off is the direct approach. Okay. Some people, as they get more advanced, they do this whole the game shit and like negging, all that stuff. Guys, even to this day, I think the best approach is the simplest one. I'm trying not to waste my fucking time here. So you go up to a girl and say, hey, I noticed you walking, or I noticed you in that other aisle, whatever. I just thought you're super pretty. I thought you were really cute, whatever. You can start off with that. Yeah. Honestly, there's, in this world, there could be better approaches out there, but that's direct. It gets to the fucking point. You're saying one sentence, and you're just looking, you just let her talk after that. She'll tell you, oh, I got a boyfriend. Oh, thank you. Oh, whatever. But, oh, she'll start talking, all right? So it's easy. You just say that thing. You say your intention. You say you thought they're attractive. And that's the easiest thing to start off with cold approaching, okay? Also, another thing about cold approaching, if you want to get the most practice in this short amount of time, go to areas where the girls you want to date hang out at, If you're a guy, you're trying to date girls who are in their 20s, or even 30s or whatever, or even just attractive women in general, man. You know where you go during the weekdays at night? 5 o'clock and later, you go to fucking the local Target, you go to Whole Foods, you're not gonna be, yeah, you go to the Walmart or whatever, but like go to like Target, Whole Foods, like the mall, places where beautiful women congregate. Okay, maybe there's certain health stores like Sprouts, stuff like that, where they're more concentrated going. And then also think about what area of town you can go talk to people in. Like right here in San Diego, the place where beautiful women tend to congregate the most is Pacific Beach. Okay, yeah, there's other areas of town, but Pacific Beach, man, I'm telling you, if you've ever been to San Diego to PB, there's beautiful women everywhere around here, guys. They're out. They're a dime a fucking dozen. There's Trader Joe's up here where they all like, dude, you walk that Trader Joe's any time of the day, especially at like 5 or later during the weekday, and there's just like, you think you're in love with one girl, you think one girl is beautiful, bro. Like, just there's so many girls there who are fucking amazingly beautiful that it's just go and talk to them. Also, guys, just remember, have fun with this. This is something that, do this for the story. Do this for when you're older and you're talking to your grandkids, whatever. Like you can be like, man, like I went and got rejected, this and that. Like do it for fun, guys. You'll when you start cold approaching, especially more often, you'll start realizing it's a fucking numbers game and that you shouldn't take this personal. And then, man, especially at first, I remember the first time I ever like asked a girl for her number. Um, like just like a random girl like at a store or something back when I was in college. And I remember it just took me like an hour to muster up the guts to fucking do this. Went in, asked her for a number. Like I think she was like the cashier or something that checked me out. And she said she had a boyfriend. I took it so fucking personal. And I thought I was a loser, that I wasn't good looking enough, that all of these stupid things. And guys, it's a numbers game. When you start doing this more and more, like right now today, I was skating around and on my electric skateboard, I saw like a lady I thought was really attractive, and then yeah, dude, I went up to her and talked to her, and she kept fucking walking, dude. She was like very short answers, this and that, yeah, kind of stunned. But also, you learn to laugh it off. You learn to think of every interaction as something you could laugh at, and something you could be like, man, no one else would do that shit. 100 guys would see the same lady, all think she's attractive, and me and maybe a couple of other guys would actually have the balls to say something to her, and that's fucking cool right there. So you gotta like congratulate yourself. You gotta think of the good in every interaction, what you can learn, what you can do better, and man, I'm telling you, it's fucking sick, guys. And it's something you get better quickly. It's fun, and you realize as you keep going that man, it's fun just doing this. Okay, it's a fun like kind of like a hobby. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that like I enjoy. Go out and cold approaching. I think it's fun. It gets me in the flow state. Not as scary as you think it will be. Oh, excuse me. And man, you'll surprise yourself. Every person, it's like a little adrenaline rush too. You realize really quickly that a lot of these girls who look really beautiful, man, don't get approached that often. And a lot of these girls might have this resting bitch face like a motherfucker, and she might be super sweet, super nice, but that's just how they walk around because they have to scare people off because otherwise everyone would be approaching them. So it's kind of funny, man. You see people, you think they're one way, and you talk to them, they're totally different. And I really challenge you. It's a great social experiment, guys. So, go out and talk to people, realize that it's not that difficult, it's not that hard, and get some people to maybe do it with you. Get some guys to like, together to challenge each other, man. And I'm telling you, just you'll learn quick that it's nothing to it really. It's something we're all human beings. We're made to talk to each other, you know. And rejection doesn't hurt that bad. It's something that I've laughed from situations. I've like had a girl. I have girls, like, and also too, it doesn't really as happen as much as you might think it would happen too. Some people think, oh, I go up and talk to a girl, they're gonna call the cops. It's like, dude, that shit doesn't fucking happen unless you're a fucking weirdo and you're being like overly fucking weird and sexual with her and shit. No, she ain't gonna call the cops. But also too, guys, really, it's gonna be fun, man. It's something that you'll make some good friends doing this. I've met some girls who we've had great relationships with, amazing times in the bedroom, whatever. So it's fun. Also, I'll end on this note: as you can go out and get rejected 20 times, say just theoretically, but if you meet a girl and you hook up with her or have a great day, whatever, it's funny how like you really forget those rejections really quickly, because then it proves your point that this shit does work and that you shouldn't have to rely on dating apps to determine your destiny of who you date, who you don't date. Should be able to go up to talk to someone because you're both human beings. And the best time to start is now, okay? Actually, the best time to start was years ago, but hey, now's a good time as well. So go out, cold approach, guys. It's not as difficult as you think. It's really fun. And yeah, just keep it simple. Stay your tensions up front. And yeah, you'll learn really quickly what works for you, what doesn't. And just remember, it's a numbers game. Keep it going, all right? Anyways, that's all I got for now. Peace.